Did you know that certain foods can accelerate your fat loss? Now, being a little more strategic with your meal plan could be the key that helps you get over a stubborn weight loss plateau and fit back in your favorite jeans. I'm betting while a few of these ones I'm going to talk about are staples, there are also a few here that may surprise you, and one that I've now made a point of integrating into my diet at least 3 times a week. So first up are berries. Now, I am a huge fan of berries, blueberries, strawberries, blackberries, raspberries, and they're not only delicious, but why they're great is they are rich in fiber and antioxidants. This is going to help you in a couple different ways. Number one, it's going to help you reduce inflammation. Remember, if you're inflamed, you're basically blocking muscle protein synthesis and it can lead to more insulin resistance. It's also going to support good gut health and a healthy gut microbiome. And this is one I just found out about. It can help keep your sweet cravings in check. And it does that without causing a big blood sugar spike. So there was a study in 2015. It was an observational study. It was published in Appetite that found that eating a mixed berry snack significantly reduced caloric intake at dinner compared to if you ate a sugary sweet snack. So they gave one group berries, one group the sweet sugary snack. The people who had the berry snack ate 691 calories at dinner. The people who had the sugary snack, they ate 824 calories at dinner. So if you want that sweet, go for the berries. Next up is wild-caught salmon, my favorite fish of all fish. This one, of course, is high in those omega-3s. They're anti-inflammatory. It's also a great source of protein. Salmon actually helps boost your resting metabolic rate and helps preserve muscle mass while you're burning fat. It was a study in 2021 that was a review of 7 studies involving 245 participants, and it was published in Evidence-Based Complementary and Alternative Medicine. And it found that those who took omega-3 supplements had a higher resting metabolic rate compared to those who didn't. And this was seen both in women and obese people. Now, wild salmon and omega-3 fatty acids supplementing with fish oil every day is going to be a win for your health. Next up, my most favorite, something that I never go without on a daily basis. Can you guess what it is? Coffee. Now, it's not just a morning pick-me-up. I know we all think of it this way, but coffee has a very good thermogenic effect. It increases your metabolic rate and it helps support breaking down fat. It's what I do before I go to the gym. I always have some coffee because it's going to help me have that better workout effect. And it's also going to help me with more fat burning overall. Plus, you may not realize this, but coffee is a great source of polyphenols, great source of antioxidants that support your metabolic health. But here's the thing we want to make sure of. Don't make a good thing bad. Don't go dump some terrible creamer or garbage sugar into your coffee. If you need to sweeten it up, try some allulose, a nutritive sweetener. I love RX sugar for that, and use maybe a little unsweetened coconut creamer. So there was a cool study, 2010 clinical trial that was published in the Journal of Health Science that showed that drinking coffee every day can help your body use more fat for energy after meals. And what happens when you do that? Well, you might lose some body fat and improve your overall metabolic health. So a cup of coffee or 2 for your health. The other thing that I drink every day is green tea. And this is actually what I like to take to the gym. So what I like to do is load up my big canteen with green tea, and then I put in there some creatine, some electro replenish, and some essential amino acids as well. So I've got my clean creatine, electro replenish, and my amino acid power. I put all of that in a 32, it might even be a 64 ouncer, it's big, to the gym, and I drink that while I'm doing that. Also, green tea helps improve insulin sensitivity, and of course, again, that's a great way to support better metabolic health. There was a study that was published in Food and Function in 2016 that found that people who consume green tea with high levels of catechins during their highest fat meal every day for 12 weeks showed significant reductions in visceral and subcutaneous fat compared to a placebo group. All they did was drink green tea. I recommend trying to get in at least 16 ounces of a quality green tea each day. More is better. And the next one is bone broth. Bone broth is amazing because it's rich in collagen, which is so good for your gut, and also it's got anti-inflammatory properties. So it's reducing inflammation, it's healing and sealing your gut. Now, how I do it is I use my paleo-inspired protein powder, which is basically concentrated bone broth, rich in collagen. I'll also cook and use bone broth in my cooking as well. So this is an easy one. Now the next one I have a little challenge with, I must admit, because I don't love the flavor, and it's coconut, but I've made a point of figuring out how to put it into my world because coconut oil, coconut milk, coconut flakes, they're rich in something called medium chain triglycerides. And medium chain triglycerides are really easy for your body to burn for energy. So it's easy for you to burn fat, and it's great thermogenesis. In fact, there was a study in 2015, it was a meta-analysis published in the Journal of the Academy of Nutrition Dietetics that found that replacing long chain triglycerides with medium chain triglycerides led to modest reductions, but still happened, in body weight, waist and hip circumference, and body fat. But it did this without imploding your blood lipid levels. Now, the one that I'm obsessed with, that I've been incorporating into our diet multiple times a week now, and at least 3 days a week, if I could get it in every day, I would, are mushrooms. Mushrooms' anti-obesity effects are attributed to their antioxidant properties, and their antioxidant properties are helping enhance cellular antioxidant defense systems and promote anti-inflammatory actions. But here's what's cool. They also have glutamic acid, which gives you a really good umami flavor, a flavor similar to salt. So they can be a great thing to add into your food, super low calorie, but loads of taste. There was a 2018 animal study that was published in the Nutrients Journal that found that incorporating mushrooms into the diet of mice led to significant fat loss. The study showed that a mushroom-enriched diet experienced a notable reduction in body weight and body fat percentage, with an average decrease in body fat of 4.3% over the trial period, just by adding in mushrooms. Now, what do I love with my mushrooms? I love lean beef protein. I think that we're all smart enough now to know that you can eat beef and burn fat. I don't know why beef has been so villainized for so long, but lean beef protein helps with fat loss by promoting muscle growth and repair while being the preferred fuel for burning fat. In fact, processing protein burns more calories than carbs and fats due to its higher thermic effect. You know that when you're eating protein, your body has to work hard. It takes 20 to 30% of those calories to do that processing and build those muscles, compared to pretty much zero for fat and 5 to 10% for carbs. So way bigger thermic effect with protein. And what you're going to find when you eat more protein is that you don't crave the sugar. You don't crave the carbs, and you got way better blood sugar levels. There was a study published in the FASEB journal where researchers found that including lean beef in a high protein diet can support weight loss as effectively as a high protein diet without red meat. So if you're thinking, oh, I can't eat red meat and lose weight, nope, it's just the opposite. So have fun with it and add those mushrooms. One of the other things that I love, and this is a great one if you're not dairy intolerant, Greek-style yogurt is amazing because of its high protein content, which is going to help you, of course. It's more thermogenic, like I talked about with beef. It's going to improve increased satiety. It's going to help you hold on to or build muscle if you're doing caloric restriction. So it's easy for you to have that fat loss and that satiety that can be difficult when you're trying to lose weight, right? It's like hard for you to make sure you're holding on to muscle and losing fat. There was a study 2019 that was published in the Frontiers of Nutrition where researchers found that eating fortified yogurt daily helped overweight and obese individuals lose more body fat compared to those who ate low-fat plain yogurt. So realize the fortified yogurt group also saw a greater reduction in body fat percentage and waist circumference and had better improvements in metabolic health, lower insulin resistance, lower triglyceride levels, and higher vitamin D and HDL levels. They also preserved more muscle mass. But here is the important thing. Note that I said plain Greek-style yogurt. You can do it with low-fat, non-fat, or full-fat. That's not the issue. Here's what you want to avoid at all costs. Avoid the yogurts that have added in fruit. It is basically like they just took a bunch of sugar with a little bit of fruit and turned your yogurt into a sundae. So you're getting the plain. That's the deal we have to have. Otherwise, you've got a bunch of sugar added in. If you've got any issues with higher fasting blood sugar, higher blood sugar throughout the day, higher blood sugar response to a meal, or you're insulin resistant, you're going to want to incorporate this in. I'm talking about apple cider vinegar, and there was a 2018 randomized clinical trial that was published in the Journal of Functional Foods that found that combining apple cider vinegar with a caloric restricted diet, it was a 250 calorie a day deficit, significantly improved weight management and metabolic profiles over 12 weeks. In fact, those consuming 30 milliliters of ACV daily saw greater reductions in their body weight, their BMI, their hip circumference, their visceral fat. So what's this mean? This means that ACV can affect your metabolic health. It can enhance your weight loss. So what do we do with this? Where I use this, again, I think that all of us should be using this as our vinegar choice when we're making salads. So what I like to do is some ACV, a little olive oil on my salad. Now that you've got your nutrition on point, you've listened to these 10, the ones that you haven't incorporated in, like let's make that commitment, you're putting them on into your diet. Look at how they can get into that rotation, because so much of this is just creating new habits, right? Now we want to focus on building strength. So up next, I have an amazing video that's going to walk you through the best strength training routine specifically designed for women over 40. Plus, you're going to get a free workout plan so that you can get started right away.